How to obtain temporary custody without formal court proceedings. When families face sudden illness, work obligations, or unexpected travel, it's not always possible for a parent to be the primary caregiver. In Texas, there are legal tools that allow parents to temporarily authorize someone else, like a grandparent or family friend, to care for their child without going through court. These arrangements help keep kids safe and ensure continuity without unnecessary legal complications. Legal framework in Texas. Texas doesn't legally recognize temporary custody outside of a court order. Instead, the legal term is conservatorship. Without a court-issued conservatorship order, both legal parents maintain full rights to their child under Texas Family Code Section 151.001. In these cases, neither parent has greater authority than the other. Third parties, such as grandparents or other relatives, cannot make decisions for a child unless they have written authorization or court approval. That's why it's important for parents to understand what tools Texas law does provide for these situations, especially when immediate action is needed without court involvement. A lawyer can help navigate these options. How to obtain temporary custody without formal court proceedings. Although Texas doesn't allow a non-parent to gain legal custody without court proceedings, there are tools that provide some decision-making authority. The most reliable option is the authorization agreement for non-parent caregiver under Texas Family Code Chapter 34. This agreement gives caregivers limited legal authority to handle school enrollment, medical decisions, and day-to-day care. The agreement must be notarized and is typically valid for up to 6 months. It doesn't replace parental rights or establish full conservatorship, and it can be revoked at any time by the parent. If only one parent signs, the other must be notified within 10 days unless their rights are already terminated or their location is unknown. Another option some families use is an informal permission letter or homemade power of attorney. However, these documents have no legal standing in Texas. They're not enforceable, and schools and hospitals may refuse to accept them. They can serve a very short-term purpose in emergencies, but they should always be replaced with a proper Chapter 34 agreement as soon as possible. Understanding the process and its limitations. The authorization agreement is the only tool recognized by Texas law to temporarily allow non-parents to make decisions without court involvement. However, it does not provide legal custody, and it's limited in both duration and enforcement. Importantly, these agreements do not offer any protection if a parent changes their mind. Without a court order, there's no legal enforcement available. If the parent revokes the agreement, the caregiver must return the child. A court cannot intervene unless a formal case is filed. Additionally, non-court agreements don't restrict the rights of either parent. If both parents are legally recognized, either can object or intervene at any time. This can create uncertainty, especially when the parents do not agree on who should care for the child. When children need to live with someone else for longer than 6 months, or when schools, doctors, or government agencies refuse to accept the agreement, it's time to consider going to court. The court can issue formal custody orders that offer legal stability, enforceability, and recognition across all institutions. If both parents agree on the custody arrangement, the court process can be quick and uncontested. A petition can be submitted along with agreed-upon terms, and a judge can issue a temporary order without a hearing. This allows the arrangement to carry legal authority without unnecessary conflict. Sometimes the safer, more lasting solution is to go through the legal system. An attorney can explain when that step is necessary and help prepare all required documentation. A law firm with experience in custody matters is the best resource for ensuring the child's best interests are protected and all legal standards are met. For families in San Antonio, the lawyers at Family Matters law firm PLLC provide trusted guidance in setting up temporary custody arrangements. Whether you need help with a Chapter 34 agreement or are considering going to court, an attorney can walk you through every option. Reach out to Family Matters law firm PLLC at 210-997-2914 or visit them at 926 Chulie Drive, San Antonio, Texas, 78216, United States to schedule a consultation and take the next step in securing your child's care.